G'day there folks, I'm Beanie, you're watching Beanie Draws, and this is a big pile of visual diaries. What you're about to watch is a recap of 2016 with a bit of 2015 in 2017. Let's get all the years going, shall we? And I just thought I'd show you my big bloody pile of books that I've drawn in. Now, obviously, I'm not going to show you and go through every single one of these books, but I just thought I'd show you what about 10 years worth of illustration books look like. So this is how many books I drew in before I started Beanie Draws, and this is the books I'll be covering in today's video. Roughly 3 years worth of illustrations. Starting off with 2015, is the picture that I drew of, I think it was Charlie or Echo. Now I'm pretty sure someone's already been quick to point out which one this really is. So it's either Charlie or Echo, I think. Actually it might be Delta. Oh, it's one of them. Then we have one of my first Triceratops that I drew for the channel. This was before Jurassic World actually came out, and I basically used the promotional material before the movie came out, and that was like the landscape of the Triceratops with the Apatosaurus. I wanted to draw a Triceratops, so I did. This is the pre-sketch that didn't actually quite make it to the channel, which turned into this one, and this was one of the first videos that I did that was actually structured as a tutorial. So this was how to draw Tyrannosaurus's head, and it actually probably one of the first videos to get me quite a lot of subscribers and views, so that was pretty cool. Then we have Apatosaurus, which was for one of my friends who was into Apatosauruses at the time. They probably still are, but this, I can't remember if I did it as a tutorial or not, but it was one of my first videos. It didn't get a huge amount of traction, but I still like it as a video. I can't remember if I did this one before or after the whole proper tutorial structures. There's an artist, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he did a poster for Jurassic World with the Velociraptor, and that poster was based off a pose of the Velociraptor on the kitchen counter, so that's why I decided to draw this one. This was my first attempt at Stegosaurus, which didn't go so well. This one, however, did, and I was quite proud of all the details that went into this one. Now, it didn't get a huge amount of traction on Beanie Draws, but that doesn't matter because I drew it for the enjoyment, and I know there are some people who like Stegosaurus, which is why I drew this one. Now, those of you who were asking me to do a Indominus Rex versus Tyrannosaurus, in a way I sort of did, but this one wasn't in a tutorial sense. The funny story about this one is that I actually drew this before I watched the movie, so I had no idea this was actually going to happen. Basically, the idea was that I used one of my older drawings of Indominus Rex, and I basically wanted to do that pose, and then I thought, well, I'm sure T-Rex is going to be in Jurassic World. They didn't really show it in any of the trailers. Well, it did, the legs, but we didn't know it at the time, so we just assumed that those legs were Indominus Rex's. But I was thinking that'd be a pretty wasted opportunity not to have Tyrannosaurus Rex trying to fight with Indominus Rex, so that's why I drew this picture, and I basically had no idea how I just thought I wanted to have a camera view from behind Tyrannosaurus's leg because I thought that'd be pretty cool. And lo and behold, this is how it actually looked in the film, which was a very big surprise, and I liked it. Now, this one wasn't actually ever intended to be a tutorial. The reason why I drew this was, one, because I thought the scene would look cool, and also because I wanted to, as a little bit of a clickbait opportunity, that I wanted to have a T-Rex versus Indominus Rex as a quick video before I saw the movie to actually get the channel a bit of traction, because I figured people would want to see Indominus Rex versus Tyrannosaurus. So that is why I did the video, in the hope that people would go looking for that on YouTube, find my channel, subscribe, and view it, and that's what people did. So to those who joined the channel because of this particular artwork, thanks for joining, and if you're still here, thanks for sticking along. And this one was done when I was getting a few requests to do Pteranodon, and to be honest, I wasn't a fan of Pteranodon in Jurassic World. I didn't mind it so much, but it wasn't the best, in my opinion. I much prefer the Pteranodons from Jurassic Park 3, which is one of the few things I liked about the movie. I mean, I like the dinosaurs, but the movie itself is kind of eh. I quite like the Pteranodons in Jurassic Park 3, and I like Pteranodons in general. They actually, I find them kind of creepy and a little bit terrifying, which is the whole idea of, I guess, what got me into dinosaurs. Yeah, I'll be doing this one again at some point. This is one of my cute dinosaurs that I did as a basic tutorial for people who haven't really drawn ever, or they want to learn to draw, so I wanted to give them something fairly basic, but something that would look cute and cool, so that was that little dinosaur. I tried to do another one, but this one didn't look so good, so this one actually never made it as a tutorial. Also, the feet are way out of proportion, so that other one was cool, this one wasn't. This was another one of those cool little Indominus Rex versus Tyrannosaurus Rex cartoons that I did. This was kind of more for Instagram. I think I recorded it, but I don't think I did a tutorial for it. It was mainly just time lapse. And this is Brachiosaurus. This is one of those ones where people ask me if I do landscapes and scenery, and I also had a friend who liked Brachiosaurus, so I basically combined the two. I think this video was done before I was doing structured tutorials, and it took a long time to draw anyway, so it was mostly time-lapse, but yeah, I enjoyed drawing it. Never really got much traction, but I liked it anyway. This one was one that was on the channel for a little while until I got a copyright strike, and then I took it down because I was using an old Marilyn Manson song as a backtrack. Well, it's not old, it might be old by the time this video is seen, but this video was done for Cupid Carries a Gun. Wanted to go for a sort of a dark angelic image, but this was before it was a tutorial. It was just a time-lapse little video with the music behind it, and I just decided to take it down anyway because it wasn't getting many views, so I didn't think there was much point worrying about it. My drawing of Dilophosaurus, which I keep getting requests all the time to do as a tutorial. I did do another one down the track, a couple of, like last year I think, maybe the year before, as a tutorial, but people were still asking for the venom spitting one, but that took a lot of time, and sometimes you don't, when you put so much time into drawing only to be asked to do it again, you don't really have the motivation to do it again. I might, but I think how I've done it now is kind of how it is the best for it. Then there's this one. And if you type in how to draw Indominus Rex into Google, chances are this will actually come up as a main image or the video, which I'm quite proud of. Yeah, this is one of the first videos I tried to do a how to draw Indominus Rex. For a while there, it was just a time lapse. I did actually do it as a tutorial, but I never uploaded that video until a whole bunch of people were asking for it, so I did. And I think that's kind of what started the whole doing proper tutorials. And also, naturally, I was trying to get the views because I thought people would want to be learning how to draw Indominus Rex in a serious style, and that is why I did this video. And I have noticed a lot of people doing little Indominus Rexes in this style on Instagram and on their own YouTube channels and such, so it's pretty cool that it's spread around. And I know that's my particular drawing because the stance of the hands and the wide stance of the legs were kind of what I brought to the plate, so I'm glad that people liked this one. And it's also one of those ones that hit over 100,000 views. This is another one of those videos that hit over 100,000 views. Basically the reason behind this one is I wanted to do, this one is two videos I think. One was the basic line structure, and then the other one was the detailed scales. I basically wanted to be able to have a video for people to know or learn how to draw at least the line shapes of Indominus Rex and just the head style, because, you know, he's a new dinosaur, or she's a new dinosaur I should say. I used the promotional picture for the Mercedes-Benz ad, which had a Indominus Rex head, so I mostly used that as the reference. This is one of those drawings that never made it onto the channel. I did try to record it, but I found halfway through when I got to the hair stage that my computer had a major crash, and when I checked back on the video to see if it worked, it was all corrupted. I might try again in the future, maybe this year. I'll try to redraw her, but yeah, I lost motivation after putting like a good hour into that tutorial, only for it to all go south and die. Another one from 2015, and another one that I'm getting a lot of people still asking me to do a tutorial on. I think this was while I was still drawing, just like before I knew what I wanted to do with the channel. And I drew it on a Friday or a Saturday night, and I was just having some drinks and making some art, and I decided to record the drawing of it. I probably will do the tutorial of it at some point. I just hope that Jurassic World doesn't get so old that people aren't interested in drawing it anymore, but I probably will do a proper tutorial at some point for it. I'll probably basically use my own drawing as a reference for it. Rexy, and I know it. This is a video that I kind of forgot that I even did. And to be honest, I don't know if I'll continue with the actual video side of things, but I think I will actually make this as a t-shirt. Check out Bean Arts, BEANARTS on Redbubble, and keep an eye out because this may appear on there, but I've also got some other t-shirts on there if you want to check out some other stuff and buy some Beanie merch. This one might have been done on the same night, or at least on the same weekend as the baby Indominus Rex hatching. But yeah, this one, I just wanted to draw a T-Rex. This is before I was doing proper tutorials. This is when I was trying to just get some views for my channel. So I thought, well, T-Rex busting through a skeleton would be pretty cool. And this was done, I think, during the period of time when this did not appear in any promotional material, and if it did, it was leaked promotional material. So I was using a low quality version, which is why it's not actually, in my opinion, as good as what I could have done. So what I'll probably do this year, hopefully sooner rather than later, I'm going to redo this as a tutorial, now that I've actually got the Blu-ray of the movie. So I'm thinking I'll do a tutorial using a screenshot of the movie so I can get all the nice little scale details, and then I'll have like the full body, how to draw the body side of it, and then I'll do another video of not how to do, but kind of like a time lapse of the scales side of things and just the shading and detail. This is one of those two-part series where I did the line work side of how to draw the baby T-Rex, and then I just wanted to do the rendering because I loved how the scales looked, and you can see in the bottom lip what I mean about the shading of the scales making them look darker. I just like that style. I wanted to just draw it, and I'm pretty sure I made it into a tutorial. And I'm pretty sure I did a thing about how to use pencils and then ballpoint pens and then felt tip markers. That was more just like a how to use your material tutorial. Different rendering techniques. Wasn't bad. I was just curious to see if anyone would like that. I might do something like that again this year, maybe not, see how I feel. This was a Parasaurolophus, and I'm pretty sure I did this as a tutorial as well. It was requested a few times, so I thought it might have got a little bit more traction than it did, but it never really got too far. It has more views now, but I mainly did it just for the fun of it, just to, people were requesting it, so I thought I'd do that. But yeah, not too bad. And then we had Spinosaurus, and oh, did he or she or whatever gender it was cause a whole lot of controversy or controversy depending on which side of the planet you pronounce it as. Yes, I know this is not how Spinosaurus looked, but if you read the title of the actual video, it was called How to Draw Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. People seem to fail to notice that one, and they kept saying, that's not how Spinosaurus looks, it was quadrupedal or bipedal or however the argument goes. But basically, this was for the people who were asking me to draw Spinosaurus, and it didn't turn out too bad actually. I was using the Mark McCreary sketches for Jurassic Park 3, and I think I also used the maquette as well as a motivation. But basically, it was for those who wanted to draw Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3, so I did this video for those people. And I'm not exactly sure why I did this video. The skeleton was from a museum, so I assumed that was correct. I was pointed out after I submitted it that this was also wrong, but hey, it looks cool and that's all that matters. I think I also did this tutorial as a sort of a way of showing how to do foreshortening and angular drawings. But yeah, I'm actually planning on doing another more accurate rendition soon, so keep an eye out for that. But look at those claws, I mean, damn son. Then I did this one, which I actually have to still ink, so keep an eye out for that. This one is still kind of in the process of working on, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to make it as a t-shirt at some point. But yeah, this is how far it's got so far. This is another one that I did for those who was telling me that I did it all wrong. So I tried to appease those people by drawing a Spinosaurus on 4 legs and with the different sail that at the time I thought was, you know, how it's meant to look. So I think I've got an idea now based on the skeletal discoveries of how it actually looks. So I'm going to revisit this as well, and hopefully then everyone can be happy. Then after the Spinosaurus debacle, and also in 2016, I'm not quite sure of the time frame, but there was a period there where I had a bit of a funk, and I just wasn't in the mood for drawing, and after a while I saw some skeletons of Dilophosaurus's head, and then I'm just like, you know, that looks so cool that I have to draw it. And look at the size of those teeth. Those teeth were massive, and this was based off a skeleton that I saw online. So also I did this video because I noticed that the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park is a lot different to the real Dilophosaurus. Real Dilophosaurus's head is long, and the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus is short and narrow. To give the idea, that's the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus. And then there's the one that I drew from the skeletal images. It's just something that I noticed, and then I did a video on the two just to kind of point that out. And I think it was at this point that I was also getting a lot of requests to do more Indominus Rexes in a serious manner. So that's when I tried this, which didn't work out so well. But that's okay, because then I did that one. I think I drew this one after the Jurassic World movie was leaked online. The Blu-ray wasn't available, and the reference images that I found online weren't the best, so I wanted to actually use a shot from the movie as a reference. Granted, I think the arms were a little bit longer than what they should have been, but overall, I did this one for the views and also because I wanted to learn how to draw Indominus Rex myself, and this is one of the first ones that got over 100,000, and I'm pretty sure this one has over 200,000 views now. So evidently another drawing from 2015. This would have been from the tail end. I used a scene from the fight where Velociraptor is running towards Indominus Rex and Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it was like a very split second which I paused on, and I used that as the reference. I did it in a bit of a sort of a graphic novel style, and that was another ones that was quite popular. This was to commemorate my first 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm now actually getting close to the 9,000 subscriber mark, and I've kind of sort of dropped off on the whole doing the thousands subscriber periods now. I'll probably do the next one at the 10, and then after that it'll be 20 or whatever. Thought I'd do a little bit of a celebratory drawing. A few pages on in my book, and I've got this one. A lot of people are asking me to do Mosasaurus, and it seems that a lot of people find Mosasaurus to be their favorite, or Mosasaur, however you pronounce it. Either way, this one is seems to be the favorite of everyone, because this has over 200,000 views now. I wonder if it'll get 300,000 views this year. It's quite possible that it will, and I'm quite proud of it. It's also one of the first ones I did in color, so I'm quite proud of it. Then I did a study of Tyrannosaurus's leg. It was more just to help beginners and just kind of learning how to draw the feet structure and learning how to draw how the Tyrannosaurus leg bends, and just like dinosaurs in general, how their legs tend to bend. This was me practicing dinosaur stances and poses, which I think I tried to do a video on that, but it didn't go very well at all, so I abandoned it. However, I really liked that pose, so that pose eventually turned into that, which was not a tutorial, and I don't intend on doing it as a tutorial, because this thing took forever to draw. But I'll give you a bit of a preview for now. And then that turned into that. And there's my fan, as you can see my reflection. But yeah, all that stuff came from these quick little stick figure sketches. Here's one that's going to be released this year. I'm just editing the beginning of it because there's some really cool surprises in store for this one. Basically, it's a cartoon Tyrannosaurus. I actually drew this one before I'd drawn any cute Tyrannosauruses, but this was a very long video and I got distracted by other things and I wanted to make this as a t-shirt, so I wanted to wait before I actually got my first t-shirt sent to me before I'd actually released the video. So these ones, I actually think I did these in 2015, so it'll be out soon. I did this one around the same time as the Tyrannosaurus Rex one, but I did it in a sort of a more, I don't know, a serious rendering style, but a cute style. So it's like a cute, serious rendering. But yeah, people liked it, so I'm glad people liked it. People were asking me to draw Carnotaurus, so I did. I think I could probably draw it a bit better now, but this was more just like people asking me, you know, can you draw Carnotaurus? Can you draw Carnotaurus? So I drew Carnotaurus as best as I could at the time. And then I wanted to draw a Carnotaurus head. Keeping in mind, I think I did the horns above its eyes wrong, because the horns actually come out this way. It points towards you. Whereas this one, I tried to get the whole foreshortening kind of thing going on, but I didn't quite get the three-dimensional aspect right. So I'm going to try it again this year. I'm probably going to do the whole body this year at some point. This was the starting idea for a series on how to draw all the velociraptors running with Chris Pratt's character. But as I progressed further into the drawing of it, it became really difficult and I wasn't actually enjoying it. And then I got the cool idea to do it side view, which is how this one came about, and I definitely think this one works a hell of a lot better as an illustration. And I'm thinking this year I'm going to make this all colored and see if I can make it as a t-shirt or something. I just hope that I don't get like some sort of copyright strike or something for like trying to sell a t-shirt, my own sort of style of the t-shirt, because it doesn't look, you know, it's not stealing anything from it, but technically their velociraptors are intellectual property, which you have to be careful about when you're trying to sell things. Then I did some more cute dinosaurs in a style that, you know, was cool but also very easy to do for beginning drawers. So this one was more for those who had no real experience in drawing and wanted to learn to draw something kind of cool. Pretty sure I drew this one a fair while ago. I don't know why it's so far ahead in my drawing book, but yeah, this was me trying to draw a cute Apatosaurus. Didn't really get much traction, wasn't the best drawing I've ever done, but it was something for those who like cute baby dinosaurs. And then I did Allosaurus, which is one of my favorites in the classical sense. Naturally, T-Rex is the best in my opinion, but I liked Allosaurus and I liked the structure of its head, especially around this area. So I did a video trying to go on about that, and also I wanted to do really intense detail, so that's why this video came about. That led me to trying to draw a full body Allosaurus, but I don't think it went so well. I mean, it's okay, but I can definitely do a lot better, and I will do another Allosaurus video this year, most definitely. Then I hit 2,000 subscriber mark, and I thought I'd commemorate it by drawing a little cartoon of myself with a sneaky velociraptor sneaking up behind me. And actually, from memory, it was only like a matter of a week or two between 1,000 subscribers and 2,000 subscribers, which was awesome. Then I did a video on poses, but when I was recording it, it just didn't quite work out so well. I may have it somewhere and I may still upload it, but I'm not too sure if I will. I might just do another video just kind of like on cool dynamic stances, and just like, you know, there's the how to draw dinosaurs and then there's how to draw a cool dynamic stance. Then I wanted to focus on getting the Beanie Drawers branding a little bit more professional, I guess. So I did a little video on that. I put it in some of my videos, but I guess I can do better. And I probably will do better now that I've got an iPad. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was quite good, and I like the little cartoon of myself. I thought the little cartoon of me was quite cute and cool. This was another one of those cartoon little dinosaurs, but some people were asking to draw the Land Before Time, but I don't like how the tail turned out, so I may try it again. Might be something cool to try out, but if you really want me to upload the video, I might, if I can actually find where I put it. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I don't like how the tail went. Then there was this drawing, which basically I wanted to do a how to draw Stan Winston's Tyrannosaurus, because I don't think there was all that many tutorials on how to draw the Stan Winston style in like a very serious maquette look. There's plenty of how to draw Tyrannosaurus Rex tutorials around on the internet, on YouTube and everywhere, but there wasn't as many how to draw it exactly like the Stan Winston model, so that's why I basically used the photos from Stan Winston to try and make it look as exact as I could for beginners and intermediates and all that. And yeah, I drew this one more for myself, so it wasn't, I do remember putting the video up, and it wasn't really a full-on tutorial, it was just more me drawing quickly, but I will be doing a tutorial on how to draw Godzilla at some point. Well, I'm going to have to if I want to do that Godzilla vs. King Kong, which I really want to do. So that might be another one of those two-part series where I do one and then the other. This is just a little bit of a fluff piece. Just me drawing myself as a little cartoon T-Rex, painting another T-Rex. So yeah, that was just me. Just a little bit of a fluff piece. This was another idea that I abandoned quite quickly. I think I alluded to it early on that I wanted to do a cute cartoon to take the piss out of feathered velociraptors. So I wanted to do a velociraptor in a bird cage, and this is me trying to do a velociraptor in the bird cage, and it didn't quite work out. To be honest, I think I can actually see what I want to do now, considering how I haven't looked at this drawing in so long, so I think I can see how I want to do it now, so keep an eye out for that. But that was just me being a little bit of a smart ass. And then there was this feathered velociraptor, and I can hear you right now saying it as I said that. No, this is actually not a velociraptor. The reason why I put the word velociraptor in the title was for clickbait, because I wanted, people are more likely to search for velociraptor than they are Utah raptor. This is actually more of a Utah raptor. If you look at the skeleton of the Jurassic Park velociraptors are actually based on Utah raptors. So this is kind of more for me as well, because I've accepted the fact now that velociraptor was feathered, and this is my transition stage to get me into accepting velociraptor with feathers and to not hate it, not to hate the idea. So I will be doing more this year. I actually drew this one after I did the Dilophosaurus video, because I wanted to pinpoint the fact that Dimorphodon from Jurassic World looks different to the Dimorphodon that you see in museums and everywhere. So the head structures were completely different, and I wanted to illustrate that, because a lot of people were going, oh, can you draw Dimorphodon? And I didn't like how they looked in Jurassic World, so I was kind of holding off on it. But then I decided, you know what, I'm going to do my own version of Dimorphodon from skeletal references, and then just kind of point out the fact that the two look very different. And then I did a whole body Dilophosaurus, kind of between the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus and the scientifically accurate Dilophosaurus. The head is more from the scientifically accurate one, but the body doesn't look too much different. I mean, the body is different and the body is bigger in real world, but there's not a huge difference if you take away the frill. Now, I was talking about hiatuses before. I think this was the video they did after that hiatus, because I hadn't drawn anything for quite a while. I think it was actually a few months. Just wasn't in the mood for drawing at the time. I just kind of was demotivated. I wasn't really, I don't know, I put a lot of pressure on myself and I wasn't enjoying the editing process, and I needed to get back into drawing, so that's when I drew this dragon. Then we have a drawing that I did for 5,000 subscribers. I don't know if I actually ever made it as a video. I can't remember if I uploaded it. If I didn't, I drew a illustration for 5,000 subscribers, which I don't remember ever actually getting a video up for that. So if you still want to see that 5,000k subscriber video, let me know. Essentially, I did this to draw some cool typography. I just never got around to uploading it for some weird reason. I think procrastination or anxiety or something like that. Something happened. Then, after the debate of all the Spinosaurus stuff, I decided to try and do a more scientifically accurate version on all 4 legs. At the moment, there seems to be more debate on whether it actually was quadrupedal or if it was bipedal. I think I pronounced that correctly. Basically, there's some debate around the hind legs, because one party is saying that the hind legs were disproportionate, and the other ones are saying no, it's correct. So it's interesting when you go through Spinosaurus drawings. I sometimes just go down into the comments of other people's drawings to see how many people are going, wrong, that's not how it looked, wrong, it walked on 4 legs, wrong, it only walked on 2 legs, wrong, it wasn't that long, wrong, it wasn't that big. But I'm going to try this one again, just because I want to see it in this kind of position, but more bipedal. I've kind of got an idea of how I'm going to do it as well, so keep an eye out for that, and I'm sure it's going to spark a lot of controversy. Then I drew Spinosaurus' head because I liked how it looked, and I liked the teeth, and I wanted to draw a Spinosaurus head. Also, because I figured if you type in Spinosaurus, that I'd get some views and some likes and some clicks, so that's half the reason, and also because I just wanted to draw it and I liked it, and it turned out pretty well, I think. I drew this epic little illustration, which took a long time to do, and is after months and months and months of requests, people going, oh, can you draw Spinosaurus versus Tyrannosaurus? And ironically, after all that talk about Spinosaurus, yes, that's not how Spinosaurus looked. I might do another one down the track of anatomically correct Spinosaurus against Tyrannosaurus. I then drew Blue, the Velociraptor's head. I wanted to do a basic line drawing structure for those who wanted to learn how to draw a Velociraptor head from Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, and then I just added some detail into it afterwards, using a picture that I found on Google based on a sculpture, a ZBrush sculpture. If you look at the actual original video that I did of this, I'm pretty sure I did a link to the original source material, but yeah, wanted to draw that one, and I had fun, and it got good views. This was my attempt at drawing Ultimasaurus. I probably will try it again at some point, but I learnt doing this video that trying to figure out what you want a creature to look like while you're trying to teach how to draw it does not work out very well. I'm not good at teaching while I'm trying to plan something, so I'm better off just drawing it first and then annotating it afterwards. Getting closer to the tail end of 2016 now. I had a lot of quiet periods during 2016 because I was trying to find work, trying to make money. I was doing the Uber thing, and also some family and personal situations which made drawing difficult, so I didn't do a huge amount of drawing in 2016 actually. This is one of the attempts that I did do. I tried, like I mentioned, I tried to draw an Ultimasaurus, which didn't go so well, so I tried to do my own version with less in it. So this was a Tyrannosaurus head with Carnotaurus brow horns, Velociraptor hands, and Velociraptor feet, extra toes, and then it was just basically a creative process which I kind of found fun. And then Pokemon Go happened, and I got really obsessed with that, and I had the great idea to draw every single Pokemon. I got up to about Squirtle, haven't drawn Squirtle yet, and that's kind of how far it went. I do like the idea of doing it though, so I still probably will work on drawing every Pokemon. It's just going to take a very long time. To be honest, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur aren't my favorites. This was the obligatory Ivysaur, however you pronounce it. I know there's a lot of you going to be yelling at your screens right now going, "You're pronouncing it wrong, Beanie!" But yeah, this is my little take of Ivysaur, Venusaur, however the hell you pronounce it. And this is the other Venusaur. I'm just going to go with Venusaur. If I got it wrong, shoot me. Not literally, but yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Venusaur, so this is the one I did just for the sake of, for the fans. It didn't get a huge amount of traction, and to be honest, I was just looking forward to getting to Charmander, because everyone's like, draw Charmander! So I did draw Charmander, and I had a lot of fun doing it too. And then I also did Charmeleon, and blank page, Charizard. I was getting so many requests for Charizard, so I had to eventually get around to doing that. I will eventually do Squirtle. I've got the idea to do all the Pokemon, but I'm thinking what I probably should do is do the really cool popular ones that, you know, from the newest games, just to ride the trends and just get, like, you know, ride the coattails of the trending popular games at the moment, and work in all the Pokemon in among during my own time. And I also have the idea of kind of drawing these in a more realistic, serious style, like reinterpreting them seriously. And this is one of the last traditional drawings that I did. It was actually, I drew this one after a long hiatus, and I wanted to get back into drawing, and I decided that drawing a cute little Mosasaurus would be the best way to go about it, and this will be coming very soon. I drew it last year, but I'm going to edit it this week and see if I can get it out this week or next week. More likely next week, but yeah. And then I did a whole bunch of computer drawings, so they were mostly just time lapses and some drawings I did for myself, and I think I tried my hand at one tutorial. I'm going to be doing more of those this year. I'm going to be experimenting even more with that. And then I started out doing this one. Finally getting to doing at least one version of T-Rex versus Indominus Rex. I actually started drawing this many months ago, and I got up to the stage of inking blue, and then I got all that news about my mom, and then everything kind of went south, and then I just kind of lost my motivation to draw for a while, and I kind of got into a bit of a couple of month-long frump. But then after I got the iPad Pro and I started drawing with that, I kind of got back into the swing of things, which allowed me to finish this, edit it, and I got it up before Christmas. And I actually got the Mosasaurus added in between Christmas and New Year, so that was one of those ones that a lot of people were suggesting, going, oh, draw a Mosasaurus, add Mosasaurus. So I did, and that was the last drawing that I did of 2016. And that brings us to today, 2017. If you've stuck by from day one and you're still with me, thank you very much for sticking around so long. Thanks for putting up with my delays and my belated postponements. And if I was going to have any New Year's resolution, it would basically just be that I want to create more things this year and try not to let personal life and depressing matters affect my life too much, and hopefully not affect my artistic output as much as it did last year. And if you're new to this channel and this is the first video of mine you've ever watched, welcome along. Thanks for joining up. If you haven't subscribed, hopefully what you've seen so far has been enough to convince you to subscribe. Hopefully you'll enjoy a lot of those videos that I showed you. There's a lot of stuff for you to watch, and I look forward to showing you some awesome stuff for 2017. Hopefully you had a fantastic new year. Hopefully you had a good Christmas or whatever it is that you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate anything, I just hope you're doing well at the moment. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I will catch you next time. Cheerio for now.